The Slime Diaries, guys. The Slime Diaries just continues to impress me. Like, literally, when we got the initialization of this anime, it being a spin-off and it being kind of like this slice of life look at Rimuru and friends and the nation of Tempest and kind of all of that, I really vibed with the premise of this anime. And I really vibed with just getting more slime, especially kind of during the downtime between we get the next arc of the that time I was reincarnated as a slime, the core anime. So I was really vibing with kind of the thought and why this anime exists already. But what it has really done is it has come in and it has really solidified itself as one of the underrated. It's gonna end up being like one of the underrated animes of the spring season, and it's gonna be one of those animes that, like, yo, if you aren't watching this and you are a reincarnated as a slime fan in any way, shape, or form, and you're not watching this because it's not the core anime, you are legitly missing out. This anime, I think, is something really special, and it's something that we don't typically get too often when it comes to spin-off anime. A lot of times when we get spin-off anime, they're never up to par with the core anime. And it is true that a lot of times we don't get them as often, but we get them more often than you think. And the reason that you don't really hear about those spin-off anime is because they're never, again, up to par with what their big brother ends up doing. Well, the Slime Diaries, I think, needs to definitely be in one of those categories of its own with a really successful retelling of a story within a story. And the Slime Diaries, it continues to kind of prove that point to me. One of the things that I've said last review, and I'll say it again this one, is one of the things that I love that this anime has been doing for us is I love that it is doing the pace setting and it's doing the scene setting for us within each episode, within the title of the episode, when the episode begins, and somewhere in between kind of where the episode is taking place. So, for example, the first episode we got to know that 500 days had passed since Rimuru had met the goblins and he kind of has set up the nation, not the nation of Tempest, but he started to set up what would become kind of the kingdom and nation of Tempest, right? So we know the first episode took place 500 days after that initial interaction with the goblins. So that set up our timeline there, so we knew where we were following along. As the second episode came into play, the second episode literally told us, like, yo, this is right after the fight with the orcs. This is right after the orc disaster fight, kind of like right around that time frame. And they also set the time frame as it took place in spring. So last episode was called the springtime. This episode is called summer. So they set up that, so we knew exactly. So if you are a huge fan, whether you're a manga reader or whatever, if you're just anime only like myself, if you are a huge fan, you know, okay, this springtime is right after that orc fight. So I know in my timeline, that time I was reincarnated timeline, I know where it's taking place. And then it does a really good job by filling in the gaps with these little cool self-contained stories that's happening within that time frame. So we moved on from last episode with it being springtime, and we moved right into now, which is the summertime. And in this episode, I was like, yo, is this going to be the beach episode? Well, it came to find that we took on a bunch of different summer activities within this episode, and I thought that I thought they all hit, and B, I thought that they were hilarious, and I thought that this was exactly what I needed, as far as like what I'm looking forward to and what I wanted to get out. I didn't even know what I wanted to get out of this anime, but what it's giving me is like, yo, this is what I didn't know what I wanted. You know what I mean? A lot of times, like, we don't know what we want. We just like, yeah. But this is exactly what I wanted. So in the episode, we got a lot of cool different scenes. We got a lot of character building again. One of the really cool things was basically the episode focused a lot on the summer heat. It was like being unbearably hot this summer. And we came to find out that that's because the storm dragon Veldora had kind of left, had totally just kind of left the land. And Rimuru came to find that he feels guilty because he ate him, right? He's like, yo, I met him, I ate him. So he came to find out that because Veldora left, that this is why this heat is kind of like, is infesting this area. So he feels guilty. He even finds that the goblins, they have like a shrine for Veldora. They're praying to him, like, yo, please let this heat go away, kind of thing. So to do that, what does he want to do? Well, he wants to kind of make it fun, even though it's really hot. So he ends up he ends up kind of giving the idea of, let's go catch bugs. It's like a thing that you do in the summertime. Let's go catch bugs. Let's go catch like a stag beetle, a horn beetle, and stuff. And 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐷 and 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐵 and the goblins are like, we don't know about this. We don't want to do it. And it came to find because he's expecting these little like horn beetles that are pretty large, but expecting to find them like on trees and stuff. And it ends up being like this freaking Digimon size beetle. Like this beetle that comes into play, and it wrecks 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐷. Or it wrecks 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐷. And that was a hilarious scene, right? They were not expecting them. He ends up having a really cool water fight where they create like little bamboo water guns. And between him and 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐷 and 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐵 and them, and he completely like Rimuru wrecks them. Like they get him all wet. 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐷 gets in the feels about it, and then he wrecks them. Like he does like a Kamehameha water wave, which is hilarious. 𝐒𝐮 and 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐷 get into a tussle, get into a fight because 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐷 is missing. He's missing Rimuru. He's missing riding him. Being able to ride for him to ride on him, pet him, lick him, and the licking part gets 𝐒𝐮 to trigger. She's like, I haven't even done that yet. It spurs a really cool, funny moment with 𝐜𝐴𝐷𝐷 and her, where he's like, "Ha, you haven't licked them. I've been doing all the licking," and they end up having a fight. As the anime moved forward, he brought up another idea to where like he wanted a contest to see who could withstand the most heat by having layers and stuff. And 𝐵enimaru and all of them, they get taken out by 𝐒𝐮's hot pot, so everyone loses that fight, and that was a hilarious scene. 𝐒𝐮 ends up using Rimuru as like a cool pillow. So we just got these really cool little stories, within the episode. And then the episode kind of wraps up and ends with seeing fireflies at the end. So we wrap up our summertime story with fireflies. And then we get the preview for next episode with like with slimes coming in, like a slime documentary. We get slimes coming in, and then everyone freaks out saying, Rimuru don't go. And then we get a little preview for next episode, which is going to be called A Day in a Swimsuit. So we know the next episode is going to be a continuation of summertime, and we're going to get a swimsuit episode next time. But guys, I'm telling you, this is exactly like what it's been blowing my expectations away, because I guess I really didn't have any going into it. I just kind of was like, I was in it, you know what I mean? Like the idea was presented to me when I saw the trailer, when I read the synopsis of it, and I was like, this seems really cool. So I didn't really have like any high or low expectations. I just kind of like, I'm open to it. But if I did, it's been blowing my expectations away, because I'm thoroughly enjoying these episodes. I am laughing. I am invested. I love seeing more of the slime. I'm a big slime fan, so I love seeing more of it. I hope you guys feel the same way too. But I'm very excited for what comes next. I love these self-contained stories. The animation has completely grown on me. I love Mr. Miyagi Hakuro. I love 𝐵enimaru's kind of like, teen captain football team look. I love 𝐒𝐮's look. They even kind of mess with like Veldora's kind of like the way he's animated a little bit. They even have Veldora and Ifrit doing like a little shogi match, with inside of Rimuru, which I thought was hilarious too. But I'm really invested in this anime, and it's one of my favorite anime of the spring, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to it each week. But let me know what you guys thought. I'm telling you guys, I'm invested. I love it. I think this anime is going to be a 9 on my anime list once it's all done. I think this is going to be a really, really great anime. And again, I think it's one of those things that people aren't giving a chance because it's not the core anime, and I think that they're really missing out. But let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. What did you guys think about this week's episode? What did you guys think about where the anime, what it's been doing and how it's been going and pacing and storytelling and all that? Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Are you going to keep watching it moving forward? Are you going to drop it? Are you going to wait? Let me know all those thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, guys, make sure you guys subscribe and join our beautiful community. I would love you guys to be a part of it. If you're not a part of it and you've been coming through already, be part of it and keep coming back and watch all the other stuff that we do too. I'd love to know your thoughts on any other of the anime reviews or reactions that we do on the channel. And as always, guys, thank you guys for being a part of the best little piece of the internet right here for anime fans at the Otaku Room. Make sure you guys like the video before you guys leave. And if you guys want to see our full reaction to today's video, go ahead and click right here. You can see today's reaction to episode number 3. And the video below, that's what YouTube says is best for you guys. And we'll catch you guys on the next Slime Diaries episode. Peace.